Liquid Lunch on Newsmax TV. I'm sitting in for John Tabcco. I'm Frank Moreno. And sitting in for me in my usual chair is the crypto cowboy himself, Drew Taylor. Drew, how are you enjoying Liquid Lunch so far?
Let me tell you something. For one thing, I'm enjoying the Liquid Lunch,
yes.
man. Hey, John, in honor of you, buddy,
Salud,
we got these broke out.
brother.
Yes, absolutely. You know, this is it's obviously a lot of fun. Here we are in New York.
Exactly.
They say when we're on Broadway. If you can do it here, you can do it anywhere.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Explain to folks, now we've referred to you as the crypto cowboy. What is it that you actually do?
So basically, and I'm an entrepreneur, man. Part of the reason I tend to be conservative and all that is I quit the only job I had in 1984. And so I've started businesses as an entrepreneur and franchised a couple of companies and all that. And a number of years ago, in 2013, I had a guy come to me talk about Bitcoin. And he was wanting to sell me a Bitcoin ATM, and he said to me, do you want to buy one of these? And I said, what's the ROI? And he said, it's going to be awesome. And so whatever that meant, I started paying attention to it. And then I realized in early 2017 that there was not good media for cryptocurrency market, and it needed to be believable. And so I decided to take 25 years of experience in radio and television and bring a real show and all that to the cryptocurrency space.
Well, and I know the show itself is something we're going to be hearing a lot about, but explain to folks who might be skeptical. You know, the Newsmax audience, you can't pull anything over on them. They're the most skeptical people in the world. Explain to folks who are watching that might be skeptical about the future of Bitcoin and the future of cryptocurrency, why you think this is a viable either investment platform or a future currency.
I will tell you, Frank, that there's huge headwinds against cryptocurrency. And where those headwinds primarily come from is the traditional banking system. It is from the government system. It's from the Fed. And the reason is it's disrupting the financial system the way that it sits today. And so they're doing everything that they can. Every one of these people, we've been talking about this on our show for 2 years, every one of these large organizations from Jamie Dimon to the IMF all started out saying this is fraudulent, it's nefarious, and those kind of things. But the reality is 100% of them are getting in this game.
Well, one of the entities that is about as big as you can get that is getting into the crypto game is Facebook. They were moving forward with a cryptocurrency called Libra. President Trump even denounced it. It got a lot of attention. Now there are going to be congressional hearings, and we learned today, the breaking news just as we were going on air, is that Mark Zuckerberg, the CEO of Facebook, is going to be testifying before Congress about this. What exactly is Libra? Is this a real cryptocurrency? And what do you expect Zuckerberg to say to Congress when he goes up to the Hill?
Well, obviously we know when Zuckerberg goes to the Hill, he's not necessarily going to be honest, okay? And I hate to admit that. However, Libra is all these big financial pieces, and PayPal actually just pulled out of it. Visa and MasterCard are pulling out of it. But it is basically a centralized system where they're trying to go and it's putting lipstick on a pig.
Well, speaking of pigs, let's say hello to our resident pig, the host of this program, the one and only John Tabcco Jr., who is adding Bocce correspondent to his many, many titles. John, who is acting as the chairman of the Farrell Bocce tournament in Staten Island, where apparently they're able to play through the rain, is joining us via Skype. John, do we have you? Can you hear
Frankie, I hear you. Do you hear me?
We hear you. For better or worse, we hear you.
Hey, how are you guys?
And I
We're
see
at the Monsignor Farrell Bocce tournament in Staten Island, New York. I'm lucky enough to get a couple of minutes today live on Liquid Lunch with the president of Monsignor Farrell High School, Louis Tabcco. Lou, this is about grassroots giving right here.
Sure,
This
brother.
is about people who care about their education. You're the president of Monsignor Farrell. It's a Catholic institution.
Sure.
How important it is to keep teaching American history so our kids understand the sacrifices of those who went out and fought for our freedoms and liberties.
Well, my cousin John, thank you for this opportunity. We can't forget where we came from. America is America, regardless of race, regardless of creed. Our men and women have put the uniform on and have defended America, its morals, its principles. And with that, John, it was always for education. Every generation before itself wanted their children to do better than them. And that is the true American dream. Education in America is the opportunity for all of us. It's the equal playing field. Everyone has a right in America to their education. But with that said, Mr. Tabcco, we cannot forget what makes America, America. And while we welcome all, as my Italian-American grandparents and great-grandparents were welcome here, and as we welcome the new Americans, is welcomed into the city of America, we become American. We love this country, and we all have the same mission. And just like in my school, I tell my teachers, I tell everyone, we all need to row the same way. And in America, we need to roll the same way.
100%.
And we can't forget where we came from. We can't forget our history, which what unites us all. And we can't forget what makes us American.
Yep, and Frankie, I know you're in the studio with Drew. You guys are celebrating the Wild West Wednesday. And you know what? I know my friend Drew. He's a real American patriot. And what we need to remember, and Tony Dungy talked about this with us, Bill O'Reilly talked about this with us, that teaching American history in schools is what's most important.
Oh, no, I think you'll get very little argument from us on that score, John. I do want to ask you before we let you go and continue with your bocce game. You indicated we have this big meeting on Staten Island later with the Crypto Cowboy, me, and you. And I offered to drive the Crypto Cowboy to the place that this meeting is happening, but you felt that all the recyclables that are in my car that I'm taking to the grocer later wouldn't be an appropriate vehicle for him, and then you said that I could order an Uber and get reimbursed. Is there any way that you could just order the Uber and have it pick us up at our location so that I don't have to go through the receipts and everything?
No, you can call the Uber for Drew. We're looking forward to bringing the Crypto Cowboy to Staten Island. And you know what? We're out here in Staten Island, which is the heartland of America, which Staten Island voted 57% for Donald Trump. We got this mutt, Max Rose, who's out there, and he told Staten Island...
Tell Lou we can see his face. Well, when he makes those faces about...
Congressman, 57% of the constituency in Staten Island voted for Donald Trump, and now he's voting to impeach him. So we need more guys like this, because he's not only the president, but he was also our assemblyman. And Lou, you know, Staten Island went for Trump, and Trump is doing what he said he would do, like you are.
John, we have to break. Lou, I hope nobody impeaches you as the president of Farrell. Good luck in the bocce tournament. I hope you guys both do well, and more important, that's me. How are you doing, Mr. President?
My good friend, congratulations on your beautiful wedding. I love you, brother. You've always been a great friend. I wish the best for you and your wife on everything. And it's all great. At the end of the day, we're all American.
Absolutely.
We all need to row in the same way. We're enemies.
In the case of the... I couldn't agree with you more, Lou. You're breaking up a little bit there. But I do hope you'll come back and visit us in the studio sometime soon. We have an American flag. You're watching Liquid Lunch on Newsmax TV. Background to your point. So we'll continue without the Tabaccos, John and Lou, with the Crypto Cowboy, Drew Taylor, next. You're watching Liquid Lunch on Newsmax TV.